What was the telltale sign of an autograph? That big, ugly, gold, silver auto sticker on the card. And I think it's an incredible feature. It also talks about his father, very similar to the Ken Griffey Jr. The person who gets closest to the print run of this Keith Shore Rickey Henderson is going to win a free copy. Well, it goes without saying, if you like contest, week number 34 is the week for you. Welcome to episode number 114 of the Project 2020 Nightly News. My name is Chris, otherwise known on Twitter and Instagram is at CRT_Sportscards. And my website, crtsportscards.com, is where you want to visit for Project 2020, Project 2025, and my most anticipated releases of Project 2020 in the remaining 60 cards and 70 cards of the set. And if you have not entered into the print run contest for that Keith Shore Rickey Henderson, go to last night's episode. I have it linked right here. Jump on there, watch the video, put your print run guess in the comments, and the person who guesses closest to the print run you can go over is going to win a free card. Just make sure they are posted before 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on Thursday morning. So it's Wednesday, middle of the week. What have we learned so far this week? Yesterday we talked about the artist prints, and today we saw the first two print runs from the Monday cards. And what were they? They were very, very, very low. The Old Man Allen, Bob Gibson coming in just over 1.5K. And then the King Saladin, Dwight Gooden, coming in over 1.6. I have said a few weeks back, I think it's going to be very, very difficult for a card to come in right at 1.5 or below. I've always felt that 1.5 and below is kind of that safe ground. But this Gibson by Old Man Allen nearly shattered that thought process and sort of what I was saying about the print runs as we finish up Project 2020. But the main question here is why? Why did they come in so low? King Saladin has had a pretty good showing all of Project 2020. And Old Man Allen, he has held his own over the past few months. He's not been like a Matt Taylor or Grotesk or maybe even a Natural that's had some very low print runs. I think these numbers speak to the interest level in the set as we finish up to 400. There are so many things going on around the world outside of this. There's not really any sort of baseball news happening at the moment. So if you're not in Project 2020 right now, I don't see if you're getting into Project 2020 this late into the year. And this is another thing that I did not talk about last night, but when you correlate these print runs and the current level of interest in Project 2020 to the artist prints, this is a really difficult combination. Getting a lot of people to drop $400 to $1,000 on these prints is going to be a tough order. But to be very honest here, I really like where we are with this set at the moment. The cards that should sell well are selling well. The cards that are selling low are selling low. That is what you should expect to see this late into the game. And if people are missing out on the set, that's their miss because it's our gain, because we are the ones enjoying the cards that release twice a day, 10 times a week. And today on Thursday, it's Wednesday. On Wednesday, we get Ted Williams by Mr. Cartoon on Veterans Day, and we get Ken Griffey Jr. by Grotesk. And what are these two cards? These are two of my most anticipated releases in Project 2020. So I was hoping to drag out the first 10 of 20, maybe over a couple of weeks or maybe over a month, and it might still happen. These other cards that have not released might not come out for a while. And so the first card that you can win from me today is this Ted Williams by Mr. Cartoon, card number 327 in the entire set. And this card is cool for a couple of different reasons. I thought they might release this card on Veterans Day. Topps has been sneaky at times with releasing cards on certain days based on the historical significance, and this was a home run on Veterans Day. Not only do we have Ted Williams as the fighter pilot, but when you take a look at the card, what do you think about when you see the card? You think about G.I. Joes for some reason. You think about military, the design, Top Gun. It all works very, very well together. The yellow across basically pays homage to the yellow of the actual card. I love the fighter pilot. I love the portrait. I love the swinging Ted on the top left. So many neat things. but at the end of the day, this card screams military, and I think it's an excellent design by Mr. Cartoon. And second up today, card number 328, one of my favorite artists in Project 2020 is Grotesk with his Ken Griffey Jr. And why is this card so great? Grotesk has done an excellent job over Project 2020 with the use of his figures. And this card in of itself only has one figure, but it's the captain of the ship. And when you think about the Mariners in the 90s, who was our captain of the ship? It was Ken Griffey Jr. So although Ken Griffey Jr. never played the outfield with a pipe in his mouth, this is an excellent representation of what Ken Griffey Jr. means to Mariner fans up here in Seattle and really all over the world. He was the captain of the ship for so many years. And it goes without saying, there's a reason why these two cards were on my most anticipated cards that were remaining in Project 2020. It's going to be very, very hard for me to find faults in these two cards because I've been looking forward to a Cartoon Williams and a Grotesk Griffey for some time now. But now it's your turn to take the captain's wheel and tell us what the print run's going to be. In the comments below, leave your print run guess for the Griffey and the Williams, and somebody is going to win a free copy of each card from me. One winner per card, and we will see how it goes. So best of luck with this contest, and also best of luck with the Ricky Anderson Keith Shore. And touching back quickly on the cards that released yesterday, one big note that I missed on the Gregory Siff Mike Trout is 1 out of every 20 copies is going to have a rainbow foil parallel. So finally Topps gives us a rainbow foil card, and it's great to see it's now. I just wish it was from the beginning on some certain artists. That just means out of every 100 cards printed, there's going to be 5 foil backgrounds. So it's going to be interesting to see how well those sell on the secondary market. I believe this is now the very first sort of parallel of a base card we have outside of like the artist proofs. But that was a nice ad for this card because that card, the way it's made, is going to play very, very nice with the rainbow foil background. With that, have a fantastic Wednesday evening, and I'll see you back tomorrow night for episode number 115 of the Project 2020 Nightly News.